We are with a Turkish ambassador to South Africa, Aysegul Kandas. Ambassador, given the disruption of health services in both Turkiye and Syria, what specific measures has Turkiye taken to address the new and urgent health needs of both refugees and host populations?
Yes, first of all, in that region, as you know, southeast Turkey, there are cities like Hatay, Antakya, where all the churches and historical heritage is, close to the Syrian border, which almost got erased from the map. So we are not talking about health services only. We are talking about schools and other basic services. So during the first weeks, as you know, some countries like Malaysia donated complete field hospitals because hospitals were knocked down. So there have been field hospitals, and now in 1 year there have been normal hospitals reconstructed in the region. So health services, as you know, it's something like the South African NHI system. In Turkey, everybody is insured. They get health services, including medicine. So that system works very well. Especially during the pandemic, we saw that. So we are going back to that system again, provision of health services to everyone in the country, including refugees. Of course, there were Syrian refugees, as you know, because of the crisis since 2011 in Syria. We have been hosting close to 4 million Syrian refugees. There have been many Syrian babies born in the region, in Turkey. So some of them died, unfortunately, during the earthquake. So what I mean is refugees and Turkish people alike, the same services go to everyone, like always.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of the challenges, are there any, in terms of rather collaborations, are there any collaborative efforts between Turkey and Syria to address the joint challenges posed by the earthquakes, especially in context of the already existing humanitarian crisis in Syria?
That's very important, I think. Why in Turkey? Let's say around, I think 57,000 people died. In Syria, as far as I know, please correct me if I'm wrong, 6,000 people died. Probably 6,000 to 9,000 people died during the earthquakes. So the magnitude of the earthquakes are different. But of course, human lives matter, even one person matters. What happened was, most of the aid coming to Turkey, of course, they went to the region, but then some of it went to Syria through the Turkish border in Hatay, which means we had the doors open. So there's a lot of cooperation, of course, because all the international NGOs went through us, went through the earthquake zone to reach the earthquake zone in Syria. As you know, disasters do not recognize borders or races, nationalities. So it reminds us, disasters remind us of our common humanity. And I have to say that there has been a lot of aid, in-kind assistance and monetary assistance coming from all over the world. Turkey has been the first in the world in humanitarian aid compared to its GDP. But this time, all of a sudden, Turkey was in need. What happened was, I think, it's like paying it forward, you know. What happened was the whole world came to our rescue, and also through us to Syria. And Africa, I have to say, with gratitude, South Africa and the African continent came to our rescue so fast, from so far away. Most of the African countries, we will never forget the aid coming from African countries, Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, I think is the second in Africa that has sent the biggest amount of in-kind assistance to Turkey, which is 180 tons carried, transported by Turkish Airlines cargo every single day, free of charge. And the rescue teams and everything, we will never forget. This is testament to the bond between the two peoples, you know, and testament to what Turkey has always done in friendship and partnership, equal partnership with African countries.
Ambassador Kandas, really do appreciate your time. We appreciate your effort. Thank you so much. That was an insightful interview.